Okay, I'd like to open up this meeting by saying I think I figured out a way to cope.
Oh, great job.
How are you going to do it?
I'm going to review the book.
Are you sure you can do it? I mean, what if you get to the park and you break?
Yeah, you remember what happened last time.
Yeah, but I pleaded insanity on that one, and the jury acquitted me.
Mike, are you sure you can do this?
Yes, I'm sure. I can do this. I'm reviewing Briggs to Terabithia.
Good luck.
Hello and welcome to the Literary Lair. Today we're conquering Briggs to Terabithia, a book from my childhood, and I figure Thanksgiving is as good a time as any to do this. Briggs to Terabithia was a decent book from the 70s that was made into a terrible movie in 2005. So let's do this before I change my mind about it. The cover is actually good. It's Jess and Leslie in the forest reading a book, and no, that's not the cover on my copy, since mine has the movie poster. Yeah, let's just get to the story proper. The story begins with Jesse Aarons waking up to go practice running, because he wants to be the best runner in his class. He runs around the farm where he lives, and here's a good point to talk about the dreadful casting in the movie. The book explicitly states that he had straw-colored hair. Here's movie Jess. Here's the color of fucking straw. It's a nitpick, I know, but is Hollywood having a shortage of actors with straw-colored hair? He thinks about his school, and the book explains that his school is short on a lot of stuff, like athletic equipment. And despite the book having been written in the mid-70s, that's still true for most American schools, including every school I've went to. And he goes inside, and his mom makes him do farm work, and we get insight into his life, and how he wants to be the fastest in his grade because he won once and wants to know the feeling of victory again. And he also wants to be able to separate himself from his sisters, who shine above him because his parents prefer them. A new family moves in the neighborhood, and no, it's not Scott Baio. And after watching the U-Haul, he goes inside, and we learn that he has a crush on his music teacher. And if you go by the movie version of this character, I don't blame him. He talks about how she was the only teacher to appreciate his art, as all of his other teachers call it a waste of time and paper. Art's stupid, just like reviewing stuff on the internet. What's the internet? You know it's 1978, right? Art is stupid. Jess then makes the acquaintance of his new neighbor, Leslie Burke. The race begins, and to Jess's surprise, Leslie wants to race as well. They race and she beats him hard. And then she races a higher grade boy and beats his ass as well. And I sense that he might have a little crush on her. Soon she compliments his drawing, which his parents don't approve of, and they become friends. They decide to go after school across a very unsafe rope swing to a private part of the forest near their houses. They create mythical sanctuary to escape the problems that are plaguing them in their lives, called Terabithia, the rope being the titular Briggs. They become the monarchs and construct stories that take place there. They also conspire to get back at a bully who's going after Jess's younger sister. And I can sympathize with Jess on that one, because if anyone went near my sister, I'd punch them in the face. Repeatedly. They send her fake love letters, allegedly from a guy that she has a crush on, and they expose her, but realize that behind the bully exterior is a broken girl, who only bullies because she's abused. And that's really sad. Ooh, happy thought! After that, Jess and Leslie adopt a puppy! On On Easter, Leslie comes to church with Jess and his family, and they find out she doesn't believe in the Bible, to Jess's sister's horror. What do you believe in? Satan! And then it happens. Spoiler alert. In the event you haven't read Looking for Alaska, don't go on and skip ahead a bit. In Looking for Alaska, Alaska dies. And when it happens, it wasn't unexpected. The book is counting down to it. The chapters are all labeled as X days before. And when it happens, it was expected. But that was a book written for young adults, the second most emotionally unstable brand of human, the first being young kids. And I'm stalling. Jess is invited to go to a museum with his music teacher, and he eagerly goes. When he comes home, everyone's acting weird. He later finds out that when Leslie was trying to get to Terabithia, the rope broke. And when Leslie fell, she hit her head, and they assume that's what killed her. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Nope, can't do it.
Okay, Mike, let's calm down. Try to think of something positive about it.
But she was so young!
There has to be some silver lining in there somewhere.
I guess it's good that Jess went with his teacher, because if he hadn't, then he could have died instead of Leslie, or they could have both perished together. And that would have caused both families to go at each other, because they'd blame each other for their kid's death. And it would probably cause an unnecessary rift in the town.
There you go.
We knew you could do it.
You're right. I can finish this. Okay. I think I've calmed down. Jess takes it as well as you'd expect. He goes into denial and uses the Forrest Gump method of coping and just starts running. His father follows him to take him home and he goes to sleep, waking up from it and hoping the past day was some dream. But alas, it wasn't. His denial reaches fever pitch at a funeral, and he later goes to make a memorial wreath in the forest, and finding his younger sister trying to get to Terabithia. He helps her and decides to make her a princess of Terabithia, to replace the void left by Leslie's death, and finally accepting it. And he rules over Terabithia with his sister, with whom he can now bond with. And that, my friends, was Bridge to Terabithia. It was pretty good, if traumatizing. And I'm glad I was able to overcome my scarring childhood memory to review it. Wonder what else I blocked out. Probably nothing. Anyway, have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that you're all thankful for something. See you next week when December begins and it gets close to Christmas.